Yo, what is up, traders, and welcome back to another stream. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful Thursday night. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful Thursday night. Yo, what's up, Knight? How we doing, man? What is up, Knight? How we doing? Yo, give me 1 second. I'm getting the trade copier set up here. That looks good. It's going to be a good night. Let's go. It's always a good night up in here, man. Appreciate you guys joining up. What's up, Vavo? How we doing, Vav? Yeah, I've actually got a couple eval accounts here that are just this close to getting funded. So, you know, this trade is going to be, this next trade is going to be absolutely impossible. But, yes, we have an account that is very close to being passed. So close, in fact, that it's only like $200 away. How goes it, everyone? We're doing good, Enron. Appreciate you joining the stream, Enron. All right, let's break down some markets, shall we? Let's break down some markets. We finally broke out of the range on NQ this morning. Saw a lot of traders. Just the speed in which we got there. This was right out of the open. This was like the first 15 minutes of the open. We pretty much ripped 400 points. You see a lot of traders online talking about how this, you know what I mean? Like, my For You page is flooded with it, unfortunately. I don't know. Anyways, that's, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, huge move up in the NQ, about 400 points, and now in another bit of consolidation. Not that crazy, but yeah, let's see what the daily candle looks like on the close. Pretty strong daily candle closure out above this range. A little bit of a wick on the top, only about an 80-point wick relative to the day, which was about a 500-point day, right? Only giving back a little bit. A little pullback at the end of the day. Let's check out, because I know ES and YM weren't quite as, yeah, ES looking okay. So ES is at all-time highs right now, as a matter of fact. ES played some serious catch-up here. Like all day was catching up, but did a good job recovering. All-time highs at 7838 on ES. Yes, sir. Crude's trying to curl up a little bit. Crude saw a bit of weakness. Actually, out of the open, crude caught a nice move back up, as a matter of fact, and we broke through the VWAP. And this thing was looking really solid despite the indices being so strong. And then kind of middle of the day, broke below the VWAP and started accepting below the VWAP. Starting to see a bit of a bid here in the overnight session on crude. Be interested to see if we get back to 81.85 on crude. That was kind of our only legit level of support during the New York session that we could not hold. So maybe we're going to move back into that level to test it. Hey, man, if you guys are just joining the stream, make sure I'll leave a like. I appreciate it. As far as NQ, what's the outlook? What's the outlook tonight? It's hard not to want to be... See what YM looks like. I did not check YM. So a lot of these ES and YM just really catching up a lot later in the day, but they did catch up. YM pretty much was under VWAP all day. Finally kind of caught up into the close. YM still looks a little bit weak to me. And I like how extended this 5 minute price move is here. I'd like that a lot for a potential pullback into some of these levels. Value area low on YM is, let's see. Yeah, I don't hate where YM is, just given the volume profile it has and how extended this move up is. Yeah, value area low on YM is 53,855. You guys might actually see me trade the YM if we start to see some weakness in the indices tonight. What else we got? NQ's kind of sideways right here under VWAP, but had a pretty solid day. We did see a break of session highs on NQ momentarily that led to a pretty decent pullback. Pretty decent pullback. How was y'all's session today, man? How was the session? Pull up the Discord. What's going on with my funded futures? What is my funded club? What is this? Like, what is this? Does anybody know what my funded club is? Let me look at the website. I have no idea what that is. Evening, what's up, G-Man? How we doing, G-Man? I don't see anything about it on the website. What up, Riley? How we doing, Riley? How we doing, guys? Yeah, I don't see anything about this on the website. Anyways, that's fine. Yeah, how did we do tonight, guys? Or sorry, how did we do today, this morning? All right, this is how we did, man. This is how we did. Hey, if you guys are in the Discord, first of all, if you aren't, make sure you're in the Discord. If you need the link, !Discord, just type that in. Doing good, Riley. Yeah, we did pretty good. I posted this in the wins tab. Now, I only really had about, my funded accounts only really made like 5,000-6,000. This is actually a stack of top 1 accounts and some top step accounts. So these are mainly eval P&L, but I did make like 6K in the funded, so that was good. I'm up to 25 accounts and we're locked in, man. We have not really been losing that much. Not to stroke my own ego, but I've been practicing a lot of patience, been trading with the right size, and I think you guys are in the right spot. How you doing, Impulse? I'm doing good, Impulse. Thank you for asking. How are you? We ended last night's stream. We were in position to be up nicely if some of the trades worked out, but ended the night down 130. Really not bad. I think being down very small and being able to manage those losses is helping, like, not tilt as much. Like, I can be down $100 and not even feel a thing. So it's nice. We're managing the risk nicely. How many minis? I don't trade the minis no more, man. I trade the micros. You won't see me trade the minis. Minis are way too big. You won't see me doing it anymore. I used to. Not anymore. You don't really need to when you're copy trading either. All right, what do we think the move is going to be tonight in the NQ? What was the overall trend of the past couple of nights here in the NQ? Maybe yesterday, really no trend, a little bit flat. Or maybe we did have a bit of a Yeah, no trend last night, but the night before we had a bit of an uptrend in the overnight, or into London. And then kind of also had it on Tuesday night, but it did sell off in the New York Open. I don't know. Let's see. Yo, 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 what's up, Quinn? Whoo. Which accounts are you running right now? I've got 5 Tradeify growth accounts, 3 Apex legacies. I wanted to get more, but the deal expired before I could get them. 5 funded next flex accounts, I believe. 5 top ones, 5 50K top steps. 1 trade day. This one's actually ready for a payout. It's like the only 100K account I have. Gold's breaking down a little bit. Shorts got the shorts get smashed. Man, damn. I know you always go long, and then look what happened. It's crazy, crazy. Hey man, exclamation mark Discord. Join the Discord, and then let's post if you guys have any trade ideas. If you guys have any trade ideas, drop them in the Discord. And Q's back to the slicing mode here. We gotta wait. Okay, there's Asia Open, by the way. A little late start to the stream. There's the Asia Open. Overnight highs are at 227, and the lows are at 188. Seeing a little bit of buying out of the open. We saw some buying out of the open last night as well. That seems to be the initial move seems to be buying as of recent out of the Asia Open. Here we go. 227 is session highs, overnight highs. Yes, yes, yes. Can we break? Who thinks we continue trending up? Daily candle looks good for continuation higher. ES has got to be getting closer to all-time highs also. Yes, it is. ES is closer to all-time highs. Big move on NQ out of the open. I do. I think so too. I think so too. So, you think we trade above 30,273 at some point tonight, or at least in the next couple hours? Right here. Looks like we're headed that way, huh? All right, so we just took the overnight highs, 227. One in the chat if you just buy the Asia Open candle every night. One in the chat if you just randomly buy the Asia Open candle every night. All right, let's see. We got 233 at the high. How could we possibly keep squeezing up when we haven't swept the overnight low stops out? How? How could that even happen? Whoa. All right. Let's see what some other markets are doing here. Gold's kind of holding this range off of the 4400s. Crude is doing what? Crude's curling here, man. Crude is curling. ES is having a little bit of difficulty getting through 828, but if we do, I don't really see any reason we can't trend into the all-time highs here. I did like more or less the weakness that we saw in the Dow today. Apart from this grind up, I feel like we're in a nice position here if we want to get short the Dow possibly. Dow is much further off of the highs than NQ and ES. But I just don't want it, I don't want NQ and ES to carry the Dow, you know? Nice little pullback on NQ. I have a hint. I have a hint for you. Don't just randomly buy this Asia Open candle, chat. Don't just randomly buy the Asia Open candle. Just don't do it. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Asia lows, yeah, 189. So let's see. So that initial move is pretty much gotten reversed at this point. It pushed to 230. Now we're back down into the 203s. Crude pulling back also? What isn't pulling back right now? What is not pulling back right now? Surprisingly, the Dow's not really getting hit as hard as I thought it would be. Lock yourself out for a $1,000 loss. Sorry to hear that, Corey. Head up, brother. You got this. You got another account to trade, man? You should try to... I know not everybody can have several accounts, but when you have the smaller accounts, you can kind of... like maybe have one account. That way you still have something, you know? That's only if you are trading prop accounts, though. All right. All right, we got 196 to 208. Just in the middle of the range. There's no trade here, man. There's no trade. There ain't no trade here, man. Why you gotta be trading this? Don't trade it. I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing. There ain't no trade here, man. You know what it is, man? If you're trying to predict which way this thing's going to break out, I feel like you're sitting here rubbing a crystal ball and trying to tell me That's what I think right now you're trying to do. No disrespect to anybody trying to predict a breakout, but hey, to me that's what it seems like. Yo, what's good, PK? How we doing, PK? Bonsar. What does that mean? What does Bonsar mean? How traders be trying to predict the breakout of the Asia Open candle. Don't try to be a genius here, man. Yeah, switch between accounts, man. That actually does work really well. Like you're gonna see, I've got a couple selected, and then I'm gonna move to a different. You know what I mean? It kind of keeps the flow nice. You don't need to. I don't think I'll ever copy trade all of them at the same time. That would be insane. But it is nice to hop around accounts for sure. Keeps the mental, keeps the emotional, keeps the emotion in check. You bought the 250K Top Step. It's, dude, you're breaded. You bought that account? That account's like 500 bucks. He's like, don't tell me. Yeah, that's an expensive account, G. But you got the 250K. But it is cool. I mean, the payout caps are sick. It's hard to put size since I usually get 50K. Yeah, it's a little different. It's a little different. It is an expensive account, but the payout cap is $250,000. But also it has a daily loss limit. Seems like there won't be such a move until New York session. Let's see. We never know, right? Things can change pretty quick. We'll see what happens. Mentally can't put more than in queue. Then do that, man. Do that. That's fine. I mean, you have 3 months to pass. Just trade your regular size. Sounds like you're trying to talk yourself into needing to use more size just because there's a higher profit target or whatever, you know, have you. You see other people trading heavier size. Just don't do it. Just trade the size you're typically going to trade and take it slow. If you trade well for a month or two, you can make that profit target with 2 minis. 100%. 100%. Then I'm sitting here. I'm going to be trading about 3 micros tonight, guys. About 3 micros. Also, if y'all have not, please do hit the like button. It helps a lot. Yeah, no need to trade that kind of size for sure. We gonna hold this 5-minute structure or what? What are we gonna do here? We gonna hold it? I think we can hold it, chat. Yes, sir. Greetings, people. How we doing, Hyphen? How we doing, Hyphen? Having a good night so far, man. Gold rip again? No, gold selling. Gold actually looks like it may want to break 4,400, but listen, chat. Gold has broken a pretty major level of support for this week's price action. Listen, most obvious move is lower. I mean, that's the direction it's going, right? We've broken support and now we're putting in lower highs. We want to go lower on that one. That doesn't mean you just get in. You've got to wait for a great entry. You've got to wait for a great entry. All right, gold lower. NQ probably wants to go higher, but it's having a little difficulty off these 200s. Might be able to get a better entry on that. Take a long off of this range low and see if we want to hold for now. Look for the rotation back up to 220, 230 here. If it doesn't hold, that's fine. But get in at the range low. Get in at the range low after a really bullish day, and we seem to be consolidating and holding the structure well. So I'm not going to try to predict that we're going to break it lower. If we do, that's fine. But if we don't, I want to be joining the trend at the range low. Watching and learning. Appreciate that, Hyphen. That's what it's about, man. Yes, sir. Mamma mia, baby. Might move this a little bit wider here. What are we in? Are we in a trade, guys? How we doing? Exclamation mark Discord. If you guys are in a trade, drop it in the trading chat so we can check it out. All right. A little break. We need a candle close. I think we would want to see a candle close under 190 if we're looking lower. Okay, I stopped out of that one. Small loss. Very small loss, 150. We're just gonna barely get wicked out of that one. What do you recommend I risk dollar-wise? Like $100 a trade, so like 1 micro or 2 micro. I would risk no more than like $100 or $200 a trade, and I wouldn't do it on a fund. I wouldn't do it on your own account. I would do it with a prop firm. I would do it with a prop firm, but I would treat it like it's, you know, your own account. That's how I would do it. That is how I would do it. Wait. Jonathan says looks like a short. You think, Jonathan? Do you think? I like how it's holding the 170s. Still kind of like it. I'm gonna take it again. Take it again and give it a little bit of a wider stop here. See if we can reclaim that low. Is Asia session proven to be quite profitable for you? I like Asia session, man. I do pretty well in Asia session here. I tend to do pretty well in Asia session here. I might say I do better in Asia than the New York. Maybe it might be pretty even. Goal is to get 3 fundeds and just try to sustain them. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's how you do it. Sustain them. Keep them a while. Hold on to them. Manage them. You know, manage them. Manage them. Keep bouncing off these 180s. Hello, Mr. Brown. How you doing, Mr. Brown? We're gonna puke the entire New York session price action or what? We're gonna puke up the entire New York session price action or what? ES is still pulling back a little bit. YM's actually up. We get above 190, we might get a retest to 200s, and you want to see a reclaim of that previous structure we just broke beneath. Man, gold seems pretty persistent selling. Do we want to get under 4,400? We've only got 3 points. Gold is still flushing here. Look at this. Gold is still flushing here. Gold may not wait up for 4,400 to break out here. Gold has been moving nice in the overnight session for sure. Gold seems like it wants to flush. Gold is testing the lows now. I don't want it to ruin my NQ trade. Sometimes if one market kind of panic sells a little bit, then another market can dump too. I don't want it to mess up my NQ trade here. It's a lot of momentum into this low though. Keep bouncing back. I don't want gold to scare the market here and shake me out of this NQ trade. You know? Let's see if we get a technical bounce here off of the structure at 4,400. I think given all the strength you've seen gold the past week or two, what was it, the past week? Yeah, there should be at least a technical attempt to bounce this level here, I would think. Should be at least a technical bounce there, right? After the, what was it, 7% move that we saw last week? Was it last week or this week? Both. Yes, a little bounce, just a small one. You always been in futures? No, man. I've traded every single market that you can think of, honestly. Traded penny stocks, forex, options. What am I missing? There's another one in there. And then yeah, it ultimately ended up at futures. I have traded them all pretty much. This bounce, trying to attempt to bounce here on gold. I think you just feel super flat right here. Would I call you crazy if you took gold longs? No. I feel like you're following the trend here. If you're trying to get long on gold, I feel like it does look like it wants to get under 4,400, but that is support. So there should be an attempt at least from buyers here. NQ's just dead right now. Crypto, yeah, I guess crypto. I didn't really actively try to trade crypto too much, but yeah, I have traded it. You got cooked on what? What did you get cooked on? Oh shit. Gold snapped it. You've been on a winning streak lately. We've been doing okay over here. Yeah, we've been doing all right. We haven't been trading as much, but we're still trading. A couple trades a day. But yes, we've been doing pretty good. We've been doing good here in YouTube. We've been doing good in the New York sessions on the mentorship site, so we've been doing good. Has a lot to do with the adjustment. I told you guys, I think I wanted to start making some adjustments. One of those being I wanted to trade less size, and I wanted to just be more selective and patient with the setups, you know? And I've made those adjustments, and it's been helping a lot. In fact, I want to say it's a 360 because I don't feel like I needed to have a 360 because I was still trading well. It's just, it's erasing a lot of the errors that were there otherwise that just didn't need to be there, you know? So it's been nice. And it's helped my trading out too, yeah. Yeah, dude, gold does go when it picks a direction, straight up. Facts. When it picks where it wants to go, it does go. That is true. I would agree with that heavily. When it picks where it wants to go, it goes. You guys saw that. We were in a gold short last night. We shorted some of the strength back to its session highs because we saw a pretty extended move, so I got short on it. And it picks a direction and it just goes. It just goes. What about the automation? I just haven't had a chance really to work on it, but I will try to work on it again. Kind of at a roadblock where I don't exactly know what I want to do with it. I like the idea of it, but it just didn't execute that well. You didn't take long on gold, did you? For real? I can't tell, bro. You're good. I can't tell if you're a good liar. Sounds convincing. Yeah, it is kind of hard to step in front of gold sometimes. Thing is sketchy. ES is just dead right now. Gold's still dumping. Everything's kind of drifting lower right here. I might just get flat and wait for some more clarity. Everything's just kind of drifting lower right now. Everything is. Fell at 192. Try not to overanalyze, but at the same time, like I feel like there could be a better entry if I just get flat and wait a bit, let everything develop a little bit, because it does seem like every market here is just drifting lower. I'm gonna get flat. I'm gonna get flat. Very small loss. I think we're just gonna let everything drift here because everything is just drifting. So we'll wait. We will wait a little bit. See if that was the wrong choice. I don't think it was. We'll see. Everything's just got a bit of a sell scheme going on. Jesus, I'm feeling the pressure a little bit. These accounts were like so, they still are very close. I'm only down 200, but I've got a daily loss limit I have to worry about and all that shit. I like NQ on the higher time frames to go higher, but I don't want to just get stuck in this drift lower because that is what we're seeing at the moment. It's still holding, damn it. Just barely. I feel like we're in that we're in a bit of a rotation here where we're just taking the lows out, rotating back up. Seems like that. I'm trying to get back in here. NQ's bouncing back to 4,400. Retest of VWAP would be ideal right here. Still doing all right here in the 80s, holding pretty well. Who's with me long? Who's with me long? Who's with me long? Along the move or what? Oh, look at gold. Wow, big bounce. Big bounce. Long gold, big bounce. Long gold on the break of the new low. Break and recover. Break and reclaim a little bit. Yeah, gold took that low out and is now bouncing back up for retest. A lot of momentum there for now. Uh, 900 away from passing 5 tops at 50Ks. Nice. Trying to avoid taking a trade unless I see a good setup. Good idea, good idea. California. Anything in here? You got anything here? Any attempt here? Little bounce. Let's add a little bit more there. See if we can get back into these 90s here. We gotta get above 185. Get above 185, pushing these 190s. Posted you were short from 30 to 15. Sorry, 30 to 15. That's not a bad entry. So you caught some of that. Nice. Got out with the consolidation. It's a good idea, I think. A little bit of hesitation to go lower. We could very easily pop back into these 190s and fill in the range a little bit. Makes sense to me. I don't know if I would want to be holding short when we're kind of just, yeah, drifting a little sideways after such a big day, right? I agree with that. It's a decent move. Let's get above 186 here. There's 186. Get through there. Can we get to 196? Here's 87. Next high is 92. Damn, Asia's been open for 40 minutes already, huh? Really? Killing me, NQ. Come on. You're killing me, NQ. Don't give it back, NQ. Pain in the ass. Would just a bit of a range trade back to point of control be crazy here? 203 maybe? 204? A move back to the point of control, given how much consolidation we saw in the New York session, feels like that could happen. This thing's just having trouble getting a breakout here. A little bit of a break above 190. I think it is reasonable, right? It's not too ambitious. It's only 20 points. Feels like it's further, but it's only 25 points. 20 points, actually. That's also VWAP, too. Actually, I probably wouldn't want to try to hold for a move above VWAP. I probably want to get out right around VWAP. This is just, if we could catch a value trade here, right? Seems like the right environment, given that most of New York session's price action was just value trading, really, just consolidation. It's a decent move. I'm not loving these wicks here. 190 just getting smashed. Good evening, Ivan. How we doing, Ivan? Okay, man. Take it easy, PK. Have a good night. Hey, appreciate you guys for watching the stream. Also, hit the like button if you have not already. Helps a lot. Appreciate you guys. 190 just can't seem to hold here, like, at all. Maybe NQ wants to go look for some new lows. But you gotta trust, you're supposed to trust the value areas here. You gotta trust them. Even when they're a pain in the butt, you gotta trust them here. Yep, doing good, doing good. Trying to get this trade to work. I don't love how flat we are here, to be honest. Little wick there, 176. We might slide through this value area low here is what I'm a little worried about. Supposed to trust your value areas, damn it. Although I hate just having to sit through price action that I just don't like. No, hold that. See, we're getting rejected again. I'm trying not to overanalyze the price action I'm seeing within a damn 10-point range, but like, what am I meant to do? All right, 187. We got to get through 187 here. Just feels like every time we get up to the upper end of this range, we're just like really not wanting to trade there even for a second. That wick, even up here, we just immediately fell off of it. Does not seem to want to hang out at 180s, high 180s. Everything's got a bit of a drift, like even crude. I'm watching crude like sell off a little bit, which is just, we just have nothing moving higher right now. Are we going to be bearish until London, like always? Go bearish until London. Another bounce into these upper 180s. We got to get through it though. Gold's still moving lower. Yeah, everything's just... At what point do I chalk this up to like, this is just kind of dead price action off the value area low, and I just don't really want to entertain it anymore? We like snap down there. Yeah, this thing is just super undecided. I'm just gonna let it work out and see what happens. Nah. We're just gonna sit in it. I trust it. Is gold still dumping here? Good lord. Maybe gold's shaking us a little bit. Gold might be shaking us a little bit. Gold's getting trampled. Absolutely trampled. I want to trust it, but gold's just feeling like it wants to fall off a cliff. relatively cheap to add here at 169. Just added two more at 174. Tested 181, but can't get above it. Well, in a bit of a slow drift here. $168, you think? Let's see. Gold needs to just take a chill pill for a second, I think is the issue. Gold just looking panicky. Well, if we can't hold 160s, I think you're trying to hunt for a higher low. If not, like, do we get back into these New York session lows at 108? Possibly. $67 to $50. Can we hold it? Not a fan of these slow drifts here. Not a fan. Think we'll fill this wick? Okay, that's a good point. 140, yeah, let's see. Just slowly drifting lower. As if nobody wants to buy the damn thing after such a big day. Top of the hour, 5 minutes. Yeah, not a spot I really want to be with an 8-point stop. Top of the hour. Could be sketchy. How's this hourly look? It doesn't look that bad at the moment. Just this price at, like, we can't even attempt to wick on it because we're just steady holding 160s. $65. It's just getting crushed. Totally crushed tonight so far. Can we stay off these 165s for the next couple minutes or what? $174, 175. Yeah, I don't. It's probably this hourly candle is probably just going to open at the lows, which then we'll have this new hourly candle just open into a new low. We're in a pretty shitty spot here. Unless this in the next minute or two wants to get above 175 and hold it. Not in a great spot. Not in a great spot. There was a time when these 8 p.m. candles would just rip. I remember those times. I would like that to be tonight. I would like that to be tonight. I don't see how I don't get stopped out here just with the volatility we should see here in a moment. I don't like it. I don't like it, Knight. We're so close to this hourly. Here we go. Pray for me. 10 seconds. This hourly is going to close so low. Yeah, this is probably cooked. See ya. New lows. New lows on a fresh hourly. No way we don't get taken out right here. Damn, bro. All right. Down to 5, 6. These accounts are so close to passing. They were so close to passing. Fuck. Okay. It's just slow bleed at the moment. Looks a little, I don't know, doesn't it? Yeah, you're right. It doesn't really look that nice to buy, to be honest. Gold session low is 43.85, catching a bit of a bounce. I don't know. I don't like this break with momentum here. We maybe go fill this wick at 140. Sketchy. Dude, it does be like that. It shit's crazy. Can't believe how close I am. Like, I literally needed to make 200 bucks. It was like the most impossible trade ever. I knew it was going to be like that too. I knew it. Totally knew it was going to be like that. I think we'll wait for this, yeah, this wick to get ran. This is looking sketchy. I mean, the only major support that we really put in during the New York session was 3100s. This is looking pretty crazy. I wonder what ES looks like here. It's not quite as bad. ES is not quite as bad. ES looks pretty okay, actually. And YM looks flat too. Like the NQ is really the only one actually getting killed too much here. And it's getting killed. I don't like it. No. I don't plan on trading those 250Ks. Those are too much. I don't like that. Too big of accounts. ES looks like a more like welcoming dip buy, honestly. I mean, do we get to 100s here? This thing is looking like shit. Excuse my language. Just so much momentum here. YM's actually on the move up. Wow. I'm just gonna give it all back here. Yeah, I'm not liking this. This is a really ugly sell-off. Having said that, ES looks, there's just a lot more structure beneath ES supporting the move. You know what I mean? NQ, just like if we lose 100s here, this thing could slide. Could slide. Gold new lows. Gold just got smashed in the past 5 minutes. All right, so we get to 128, bounce to 146. This looks pretty ugly. Do we test 110s? Try to snipe a short 154 right here. More like 156. Try to catch a retest. So if I can get short, I'd like to try to catch his retest to 129 here. See if we can catch this. Some insane momentum on the 5-minute. Got a short at 57. Can we get picked up at 57? Maybe not. I don't know. I'm starting to second guess now that we're seeing some consolidation. Should be a decent short on a retest of that breakout structure around 160, right? I just don't know if we can get up that high. Come on, bro. Come get this fill, please. Come get this fill. Yeah. Limit orders forever. Screw market orders, man. I don't think I'm going to get a fill, and I feel like this is going to take another leg through 100s now. That's what it looks like it wants to do. That 5-minute candle close looks bad. Might miss the entry on that one. Gold is still selling off. Wow. Next level on gold's 75. Do we even try to bounce? Ooh, technical level at 75. You'd think there'd be some. I said that though at, where did I say that? 4,400? This thing's getting smoked. No fill on NQ, trying to move lower now. Everything's moving lower. Missed the entry on NQ, which is fine, but I'm just gonna pull that. Okay, NQ broke into a new low. Yeah, gold got smashed tonight. Like I said, ES is still like a much more welcoming dip buy, and you have the all-time high target, not too much further up. NQ just looks like hell. If this doesn't hold 100, it's like, where are we going? We could go back to this prior structure. We could go back to that big 30,000 level. Feels sketchy trying to buy NQ in front of 3,100s though, doesn't it? Looks like crap. I don't know what else to say about it. Everything's dumping tonight. Still looking weak. This low is like well within reach, 100s. Some solid momentum behind this move. Only question is like, are we maybe a little bit exhausted so far in the session? Short term, we made a decent sized move. This was our session high. So this is where we came from. 100 points, 110 points. All right, lows on NQ. This is session lows 31.24. New York, we have a technical level at 31.05. If we get another leg into 105, it just looks really ugly. Super ugly. So does gold. Gold and NQ look like hell. I like the structure of ES a little bit better if I wanted to get into a long on ES. We still have structure supporting some of this move here. Like we could hold 818s, we could still hold this candle. As opposed to NQ, which is like if we can't hold 100s, we could sell through all of this low volume right here. But also ES, yeah, sorry, NQ could carry ES. It's tricky, this one. But the ES all-time high target is like right there. Wonder if this is one where you just kind of get long on a different, like I'd rather be long ES here, really. Just looks so much better. Doesn't it? Little bounce on NQ here. Feels sketchy to buy, but could make sense. Still seeing some exhaustion. 137's rejecting. Do it. I might. I think I would want to see. Wow, look at gold still going down. At what point? At what point is enough on gold? Enough's enough. Is there going to be any bounce attempts at 73, 74? Or is just the biggest pump and dump ever? All right, I'm long gold here off of this technical level. I'm long gold here off of this support. Pray for me, chat. Looking for probably a bounce back into the 80s. I think given how extended this sell-off is, coming into the support, I think we can at least capture the initial buying reaction, and we would only be targeting really a small fraction of this larger move down. Only the initial reaction. $77.6. Can we get above 77? Can we get above 78? This should be a decent bounce back into. We have a lot of. Let's see, 84 here maybe. I'm trying not to be too ambitious because I know this is counter trend and this thing's getting smashed, but this is a major level of support. Should be good to give us at least a, you would think, a 5 or 10 point bounce, right? There's 79. I'm expecting some momentum off this level, so I might be a wuss and go break even a little early if I can. Is it even going to let me? This thing's just going to get smashed again, huh? It's going to get smashed again, huh? There just might be too much selling here for even this to work. Nothing. Can't even get this, huh? Can't even get a small reaction off of this support. Ride it to the fucking mid-80s or something. Mid-80s should be valid here, bro. Just ride it. My dog's barking. I can't focus. I might just have to cut this due to not being able to focus here. I want to just keep seeing these highs get broken. 81 needs to break. 82 needs to break. Let's keep going. If we stall too much, I'm out. This thing's way too fucking bearish tonight. No stall. We should be seeing momentum here, so I'm looking to play that and that only. God, this thing's getting smashed. God, this thing's getting smashed. Brother. All right, gold's going to 0. Can't even get 84 here, huh? Before a retest of these lows again. Can't even get 84 before another retest of the lows. All right. I was up, could have covered. The fucking dog's barking. Can't focus. Like, deadass cannot focus. That's fine. That's fine. Didn't lose anything on that, so it's fine. That is crazy that we can't even get like a 5-point bounce off of such a major level. Or maybe we do, but not before taking me out. Break even. Oh well. You think that'd be valid for at least 10 points, right? Not even 10 points, huh? Now it'll go up, facts. That's how it works. I would not be surprised. It seems to be one of those nights so far. It seems to be one of those nights so far. How's NQ looking? NQ was just the most boring, lackluster bounce off the low. 10 minutes of just crap and then kind of catching a move now. Okay. New low's gold. Gold is getting smashed. Like actually smashed. I'm just so surprised that we're not getting at least some type of wick forming or some reaction on this hourly at this low. Like nothing at all. Is that a little surprising? I don't know. Apart from 75, like we're not even reacting there. No reaction. Crazy sell-off. You would think there'd be some type of like attempt to hold this. At least an attempt, right? whistled and my dogs barked. All right, let's I mean, it is just a general zone. Maybe 70s even hold here, but it's sketchy to try to buy this thing. Does not seem to care. NQ's not really holding that move either. I don't want to be late on gold. I don't want to be late. So it just broke under that hourly. It broke under the hourly structure. It left the wick and is now back in it. It's. I feel like once you've already seen the bounce in a counter trend trade, it's a little too late. You know. I should have just taken what we had on that. I mean, we got a decent move. I got like at least 5 points out of it. Should have just been happy with it. Weird candle on NQ, just being strange. Just being odd. Crude's not doing much. You know what I mean? Once you've already seen it, I feel like it's too late on the counter trend, because what's happening? Every time we bounce, what's happening so far in this market? It sells on a bounce, sells on a bounce, sells on a... So now that I'm seeing the bounce, do I want to be getting long after it? No, not really. Try to do it beforehand. Maybe I could have given it a wider stop, but... You know, I don't know. It still doesn't seem that convincing to me. NQ's just being strange. No other word for NQ, but just being strange. How did the ES react to the pullback? So ES just looks a lot more controlled and a little bit more stable in my eyes. It just looks better. It just looks way better. So far, NQ is holding that structure from the New York lows. Didn't even attempt to hold, didn't really pull into it too deep, but is trying to hold now. Gold is trading at around 77, 43.77. If it rips through 43.80, I'm going to feel this type of way. NQ's trying to break the structure 150. If it does, maybe we trend back up to this prior structure, maybe the VWAP, but it is trying to hold. Too slow and not enough of a reaction. I feel like gold's gonna go lower here. I think gold goes lower here, chat. I'm right. Stinker. What a stinker market here gold is. I knew this breakout was sus. I knew it was sus from the get-go. What do you think looks short? NQ? New lows on gold. New lows on gold. This thing's getting slammed. Losing support on the hourly. Didn't even really attempt to hold 75. I thought it bounced. I thought a decent bounce off 75 made sense, but no, nothing. Just consolidating and drifting lower. That's all. NQs fell into the hold above 150s, drifting lower still. Well, markets are moving tonight, so that's good at least. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure you hit the like button if you have not already. It means a lot. I don't even know if it's worth trying to just put your hand out for this one, man. This is just getting smoked. It's just getting smoked. NQ looks pretty ass too, though. Gold's about to break into the 60s. Let's go. Gold's making people freaking millionaires who can catch these moves, man. I'm telling you. This thing just picks a direction and goes. Curious if this hourly is going to attempt to at least try to close above 75, maybe reclaim and close above that structure. But this is just does not look good. Nothing really looks good to me. New lows gold. $356, $348. Those are pretty nice. I mean, I think those would be decent little spots for sure. Those are definitely patient areas to pick. I mean, there will be an attempt to bounce at some point. It's just where. We're BSing off of trying to put in this low at 68. It's a decent little bounce off of that 68 low. Trying to curl. It's trying to curl. Can we get to 380s is the question. No real pullback within this little run up from 68 to 74. It's not giving a fucking pullback. We're looking at this long ass chart. No, but I want to pull back near the low. It didn't give any. From 68 to 75, it's been only up. You gotta like preempt the momentum a little bit. It's just sketchy. Okay. I'm considering it. I might pass on it. I want to be selective, and I feel like 68 is probably not our low. Let's see though, because if I did get long, I would have liked to see it trade at least to the 80s. The issue is last time we got in, it just didn't get high enough. We only got to 82. I was looking for like 85, 86 when we got long. Where was it? Here? Here? Hey traders, hang out. Appreciate you guys watching the stream. Make sure y'all hit the like button if you have not already. Appreciate that a lot. NQ in the direction towards the VWAP. Trying to move back to the VWAP. Crude is actually getting snapped now here. Crude is getting pushed lower, 80, 90. Appreciate that, Sat Bob. Appreciate that. Gold gonna get through 76 here. This is kind of like, yeah, this hourly, I feel like this hourly is gonna attempt to close back above this structure and maybe just leave the wick. Gold, I feel like once it's Is this the gold buy? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm gonna pass on it, I think, personally. I'm gonna wait for new lows. Just not really quick enough in my opinion. But I could be wrong. I'm gonna skip on it. Keep an eye on it, but I'm gonna skip on this one. Trying to be very selective here with these accounts. Like halfway to the DLL. So close to passing them. What's the strat here, guys? Decent size down, try to make it back over the course of like 1 or 2 trades. You wouldn't even believe how close these accounts are to passing, bro. It's crazy how annoying it can be, huh? It is so annoying how close I was to passing them. I mean, they're still fine, but it's just annoying. Puts me in an annoying headspace. You know? Hey, bro. What's up, Des? How we doing? It's like the slowest recovery of all time off these 130s, but it is now grinding higher. NQ is grinding higher. Yes, the entire time ES just felt a lot more comfortable to buy. There's just so much more support beneath this entire move up, supporting the idea that that can hold. We're in an interesting spot here on NQ because we're either at a spot where we're going to be getting a pretty decent short entry, or this breaks through 160 and pushes ideally into the VWAP, in which case I don't want to get caught in that move. Yeah, I don't hate the gold revert. It's just, it feels too slow. It feels too slow. It feels like everybody has a chance to trade it. It just, something about it just feels off to me. It feels way too slow. Maybe it works, but it's kind of already working, but I just don't like it. It feels too slow. I feel like a reversal like this should have a little bit more pace to it. Almost like if you're not quick enough, you don't catch it. But there you go, there's 79. Yes. Does this hourly candle want to close above this support at 75 is the question. Thought there'd be an attempt to do it. It does look like they want to try to close it above 75. See, it's getting slammed again. It's not the reaction you want to see on the test of 80 here. See if we get some strength above this 160 level. Buyers want to push this into the VWAP. We're pretty much taking back that initial selling candle that I got smoked on. Back to the original entry. It's funny how that works. Yeah, I mean, just the amount of times you could just size down and use a wider stop, and price usually always comes back. Would have been fine. Should have just rocked a huge stop tonight and ran it at like 105. Gold smokes, yep. Back into the lows. Told you, it just felt weird. Felt off. Felt too slow. Too slow of a reversal attempt. Almost like there's just too much ability for shorts to cover, like just the most awkward slow bid up ever. These reversals have to be like quick. They have to be quick for me. If I'm gonna try to react on the later half of it, it's got to be quick. I've got music playing in my own headset, man, but I don't want to have to deal with the copyright is the issue. Plus, if I clip something from the stream, I don't want to have to deal with the copyright also. Just everything's down? Just what is happening? Every market's down tonight? NQ going higher. Do we have like an algo bid on NQ or what? Look at this thing go. Okay, a little bit of rejection at 168. Gold almost looks like it wants to break into a new low. Probably will. Oh, what do you know? Top of market map. What indicator? It's called the market map, man. It's my own custom indicator. You can check it out. You can get a free trial to it if you hit that link in my bio. And then I also have a setup and instruction guide on how to use it. It's a pretty solid indicator. Pretty solid indicator. Just have to know. Just have to be selective enough when you kind of know when to use it. This was New York session. Gave you that entry there. I actually had a long lineup in New York at 88, but it never got tagged. All right, what do we got in queue? Long in queue at 130s. It's a good entry. It's a great entry. Gold looks like it wants to break into some new lows here. All right, gold to 66. Doesn't want to. Yeah. Do we have another reversal attempt on gold, bro? Just barely took that low, trying to bounce again. It's kind of looking like it wants to curl off this bottom a little bit. Oh no. I feel like I just did that. Okay, we got an hourly candle closure coming up in like 7 minutes. I'll wait for that hourly candle closure first before I get into anything, probably. I'm telling you, they're fighting to get this. They're fighting to get this hourly candle closed above 75 on gold, and they've got 5 minutes to do it. Five minutes hourly candle close coming up. Kind of surprised crude's getting so smoked here. All right, we'll see what this hourly candle looks like here in the next 5 minutes, and then we'll kind of get the stream wrapped up. I'm down a chunk. Oh my God, look, gracefully, this, why isn't this, okay, yeah, that's okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm only down a chunk. That one's a pass. Yeah, I didn't even realize. Yeah, that one's funded now. All right, 3 minutes, hourly candle. This 124 level is looking threatening, I'm not gonna lie. Do we hold that tonight? Do we hold that tonight? I wouldn't mind a bit of a buying move here on this new hourly on NQ to kind of sell it into, to be honest. As long as we're under VWAP. YM looks pretty good. Hey, yo, Mark's pretty slow. They have been. Right now they are. They gave us some pretty good setups a little earlier, but yeah, they're slower now. Let's see. We've got hourly candle in a 1 minute. Might see some volatility on that, and then we'll bring the stream to an end. I'm sadly down. Just a little bit, man. Like, I'm trying not to feel too emotional about it because this is very, I mean, very recoverable. I just need to go about it I just need to go about it the right way. Wait for my actual setups and stuff. Okay, let's see. This hourly candle's closing right now. Not seeing much yet. All right, traders. I think we're going to wrap it up there. Hey, if y'all are not in the Discord, type !Discord, and you'll get the link. Join that, and I will keep you guys updated as to how this goes tonight. I'm going to try to get these accounts passed. I do have a daily loss limit on them. We just gotta probably size down and just wait. Be very, very patient. Be a damn stickler with my setups. That's what I'll do. All right, guys. I will see y'all, man. God bless. This is the last one from me. I'll be live tomorrow morning in the mentorship if you want to check that out. Get a 7-day free trial. You also get access to the indicator, which has been doing really, really well. It did really well in the New York session, and it's been doing well pretty much all week. So check that out. If not, if I don't see you guys tomorrow morning, I will see y'all Sunday night. Okay? Y'all take it easy, man. Trade well, be patient, wait for your setups. And good luck, guys. All right.